Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're entering into a new chapter, and this is, of course, called the chapter of al-Hujjah or al-Dalil. Now, basically, when you look at the material in a logical argument that you want to present, you are, of course, using the information that you have in your minds, right? You are collecting the material. You're going down to Bunnings and buying the material so you can go back home and build a chicken cage, a coop. So far, what we have been doing is, how do you collect the information? How do you use the information? Why is it important for you to define something? Why is it important for you to know if this particular word has multiple meanings? Why is it important for you to understand the structure of a sentence that you are using? What does it mean by you relating something to something else? How many types of relations are there between one thing and another thing? These comparisons, these definitions, all these things are now going to be brought together for you to use in an argument. In logic, we call it al-Dalil. We call it al-Hujjah. When we use the word argument, we're not talking about fighting between you and your neighbor, you and your spouse, you and your sibling. That's what we usually say, argument, yani having a fight, verbal fight. No, no. Argument is presenting of evidence. Argument means proof. Argument means evidence. Dalil, Hujjah. That's what we are talking about. And a syllogism, as very good, everyone has written that down as well. A syllogism is a formula, that is used as an argument, that usually has two premises and a conclusion. That usually has two premises and a conclusion. In our last lesson, we didn't know how to define what premise means. What does premise mean? Proposition? Premise. What does premise mean? Muqaddimah. Right? Premise is the commencing of the formulating of the argument, right? Now, of course, there are different arguments that can be put together. There are different syllogistic arguments that can be put together. And in this part of logic onwards, we are going to learn about the different syllogistic arguments, right? And how we can make distinction between one and the other. So, it's all about you roaming in your minds and looking for the bits and pieces of information and putting them together in either presenting an argument or understanding an argument. Right? The window is broken. That's premise number one. Rocks break windows. That's premise number 2. What's the third sentence going to be? What's this third one going to be? The conclusion, the natija, right? Therefore, a rock broke this window. Right? Is that right? Why? Ahsantum. Thank you very much, Ya Zain. You gave hope back to me. So this is what we call a fallacious argument. Yani fallacy. Yani mughalata. Right? Because it can carry another aspect. Someone, a ruler, brought one of these soothsayers, fortune tellers or whatever, to them and said, okay, I want you to tell me what you read in your crystal ball. And he said, a king will fall. Kayaf hada, this guy got very happy. He said, oh, that means my enemy, he's going to fall. But it could probably be him as well. So that's what fallacy means. So we'll study all of that as well, but don't rush. But it's all about formulating the arguments, and also for us easily picking up on arguments that are wrong and false, right? And with logic, the more you master logic, the quicker you will be in picking up on false arguments. Okay? What's the problem that we have in today's society? Most people are very shallow in their understanding. Most people don't read between the lines. Most people are very emotional in the way they evaluate things. Most people don't think logically, and that's where they fall into so many mistakes in their personal life, in their religious life, in their social life. So therefore, the more you master logic, the less you will make mistakes in your process of thinking. Do you not remember how we defined logic? We said logic will give you immunity in your thought process should you observe it. Ta'simu isma ma'soom. It will give you immunity in your thought process should you be observing it in the right way. Let's read Hajj Mustafa. All right, why are we saying the formal discussion? Because where was it? We said, right? Where was it? The acquirer of the material discussion, right? There was the material discussion, and then there is the formal discussion. Carry on. The evidence, right next to in Arabic, al-dalil. Al-dalil in Arabic, al-dalil / al-hujjah. Shall I write it on the board? Yes, please. Did you say yes, please? Yeah, how you had to say yes. Al-dalil al-hujjah. Carry on.
It was previously mentioned that thought is the movement of the self and nafs within its rational faculty of acquired information, and it chooses the appropriate material, composing something from it in an appropriate way to reach a conclusion. If this movement is to acquire the known assent, al-ma'lum al-tasdiqi.
We've covered that. We've studied al-ma'lum al-tasawwuri and al-ma'lum al-tasdiqi. We've already covered that. Yes, carry on.
The nafs must roam between the tasdiqi information it has, which refers to the propositions that have been assented, choosing from its proposition that would benefit it to reach its conclusion, and then composes between these propositions that were chosen to produce something acquirable. This part, al-dalil or al-hujjah, teaches us,
Yani this chapter that we're studying now,
teaches us how to compose the form, surah, between the different propositions in a way that is correct and would reach to a required conclusion. As for how to choose the correct material for the required result, this is the duty of the 5 skills and sana'at al-khamsa.
okay, as-sina'at al-khamsa. Because I've mentioned this here, let me write down what these 5 skills are. Number 1, al-burhan. Number 2, al-jadal. Number 3, al-mughalata. Number 4, what have I talked about that before? No. Al-khitaba. When did I speak about that? Huh? When did I speak about that?
Page 13. Science of logic, which is tasdiqi.
Yeah, okay. So write these down quickly. Al-burhan, al-jadal, al-mughalata, al-khitaba, al-shi'r. Right? These are the 5 skills. As-sina'at al-khams. These are the 5 skills which inshallah we will be learning them, right? Therefore, it is possible, carry on Hajj.
Therefore, it is
It is possible.
al-dalil as the form of composing between the mentally known
Mental.
propositions where through them one reaches an unknown required result,
Yes.
or expressed as the acquirer of unknown tasdiq, al-katib bil-majhul tasdiq.
Ahsantum. Ahsantum. Thank you very much. I think that will be enough for today's lesson. Who wants homework? Put your hand up if you want homework. Who wants homework? Okay. Homework is 1 line, please. 1 line defining what each of these 5 on a separate piece of paper. And anyone who asks me, Sheikh, what is the homework? I'm going to block you straight away. Okay? See? See? 1 line defining and explaining what each of these 5 are. يعني just 1 jumla, 1 sentence يعني. 1 sentence, what is burhan? 1 sentence, what is mughalata? 1 sentence, what is shi'r? That's all that it is. Don't say shi'r is poetry. Don't write that. Okay? Explain what it means here. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.